isolate you very, very easily. The problem is you don't actually see or understand that this is going to happen, and it's going to happen so easily. And it's not because he's looking at you and he's telling you, no, you can't do this, no, you can't go this direction, no, you can't be with these people. It's not that. It's simply because he's taking up all of your time, your attention, your energy, your money, your focus. He's consuming you. And it's going to leave you to be a place where you don't do anything but be with him. He is going to isolate you. Right now, I want you to consider, I want you to look in your life, and I want you to take inventory. Who are the people that you have in your life right here, right now? Friends, family, what connections, what people have you lost because of this toxic guy? Think about it for a second. What people do you not interact with anymore? Well, you're just too busy. What people do you not talk to? Well, they don't talk to you anymore. What people are you not in your life that used to be in your life? You might have this be friends and family and people that were close to you. But over a period of time, when you're with a toxic guy, he will slowly pull you away from all of your support system, your structure, and the people that actually care about you. Why? The narcissist is trying to pull you away from other people because if he can pull you away, he can control you. You see, one of the things that I would do as a narcissist is I would try to make sure that the people that were in my life were only coming to me for their validation. That they were only getting it from me. And that anytime they got it from anyone else, I would make them feel bad for it. Make them feel bad of like, oh, well, that person doesn't actually care. Or that person's not actually showing up. Or did you hear what that person actually said about you? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of concerned about that person. I would plant all these small little pieces of doubt in their mind about the other person, so that they would have to start to trust me more. They would have to put their reliance, their faith inside of what I do more. And as a result, there would be this piece of slowly building a person up with validation, piece by piece. You're amazing, you're wonderful, you're beautiful, you're sexy, like all these wonderful things that would make a person feel good, and then slowly pull those away. Well, they spent time with that person, so they're not going to hear that. They interacted with that family member instead of spending time with me, so they're not going to hear that. All of these are tiny, subtle ways that the narcissist is going to control you. That he's going to bring you into a place of isolation. You see, most of the time people think like, oh, I'd never be isolated. He'd never tell me what to do. I'm too independent. I'm too confident. Bullshit. Because all of a sudden you'll find yourself at a place where you no longer have the friends that you used to have. You no longer have the connections that you used to have. You no longer interact with the family that you used to interact with. And you're left wondering, why am I all alone? It's because he's slowly done this. Triangulating you, pitting you against other people, divide and conquer. He's slowly got you to a place where all you are is consumed with him. How many of you feel like you're consumed with a narcissist in your life? The toxic guy, the abusive asshole that you're with right now, how many times does it feel like you're just consumed? All consumed with your time, your attention, your affection, your energy, your money. Everything seems to go to him. Your opinions don't matter. Your feelings don't matter. The only thing that matters is him. His needs, his wants, his desires, and how you fulfill those or don't fulfill those shows if you're going to get a consequence or not. The narcissist in your life is isolating you. He's pulling you away from people. The reason why he's doing this is because if he can isolate you from everybody else, if he can make sure that you don't have contact with all these other people that might be able to speak truth into your life, you stay confused. Because the friends and the family, they're going to tell you, he sounds abusive, you should probably leave. Like the girlfriends you have, they're probably going to say, hey, I don't think that's actually him respecting you. Maybe you should reconsider this. But he doesn't want that. He has to keep you isolated, which means he has to pull you away from all the other people. It's not going to be just a straight up no. It's going to be subtle. It's going to be small. It's going to be tiny little steps that all of a sudden you look back at the inventory of your life and you wonder, why don't I have these people in my life anymore? Maybe you chased him off because he was flirting with your friends. Maybe you made people in your life feel uncomfortable, so they decided to stop coming around. Maybe he made your life feel like hell to you, but also to the people that were inside your environment. People that felt awkward of like, you're actually putting up with it. This is what he's saying to you. This is what he's doing. Like they pulled themselves away because they didn't want to be around it. When you look at your life right now, how are you isolated? How have you lost friends, family, coworkers, interactions, other people that could have been speaking truth into your life, but right now they can't? Because you're not interacting with them anymore because of the toxic guy. Maybe you got this way and you've noticed this even more through the holidays. Or you're at this place where you're wondering, hey, I've seen this happen over and over. It's a cycle in my life. If you're at a place where you're isolated, where you're starting to feel alone, I want you to know 3 simple things. 1, you're not alone. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women that are fighting the same battle that you're fighting, but none of them are speaking up because they don't understand it, they're confused, and they're lost inside of all of this. Second thing is you're not helpless. There's a path and there's an opportunity for you to actually heal yourself fully and completely, once and for all. An opportunity that doesn't involve having to confront him, having to deal with his toxicity, having to deal with all the boundary setting that he's not going to listen to, but actually you rising up into your power. And the third thing is you're not crazy. Even though it might feel like it in the moment, it might feel like you're absolutely insane because why do you keep cycling back? You know better, you're smarter than this, you have degrees, you have knowledge, you have great inside of business, but inside this relationship, you just feel trapped and stuck and confused. You're not crazy, you're not hopeless, and you're not alone. If this message impacts you, if it connects and you feel it in your soul of like, oh, this is what's been going on and I don't know how to stop this cycle, then I hope you take the next step to find healing for you. Go to rawmotivations.com/breakthrough. I've got a video there that I want you to watch. Just me talking and explaining a little bit more about this situation. If it resonates with you, fill out the application. And set up a call and let's talk. Because inside of this piece, we have to get you to a place where you're connected with a community, where you have accountability with other women that are actually learning and healing and growing and developing, and you actually have tools to deal with the triggers, process the emotions, eradicate the trauma bond, and finally establish yourself as the confident woman that you actually are. If this resonates, then I hope you take the next step. Go to rawmotivations.com/breakthrough today.